Families throughout California look forward to a rich retirement filled with friends and family. It's a time to relax and enjoy the things you never had time for before. But beyond pensions, IRAs, and savings, are you really ready? What about the possibility of needing long-term care? Almost half of all Californians aged 65 and older will need some long-term care. And far too few are prepared for this reality. The result? Broken dreams and families struggling with the financial, physical, and emotional costs of long-term care.
It being my mother, most of the responsibility was on me. And I knew that whatever happened to her, I would be responsible. I had to take care of her. Whatever she needed, I had to be here for her regardless. And trying to work and take care of her is just not easy. And it was stressful. You have stress from the job, and then you have stress with her, you know. If she got sick, I had to come home, and I did have to do that because I had to take her to the hospital. They would call me off my job. The lady would and say, your mom's sick. I'd have to come home and get her.
I was in management. If I had a meeting or something after hours, I was not able to stay there. I would have to leave. It was a known fact that I wasn't going to be there after hours.
We were keeping mother home for as long because it was expensive to put her in a nursing home. We started out paying $4,000 a month, and that was expensive. There are a lot of days I just cried.
And we want to make preparation ourselves so our children don't have to go through the same thing that we did trying to get her mother into a long-term care program.
We all have expectations about our future and what role our families will play in our lives. Misunderstandings about caregiving can breed confusion, guilt, disappointment, and even anger. Good planning starts with a conversation. Sit down with family members and loved ones and candidly tackle these questions. How do you want to spend your retirement years? What are your wishes regarding long-term care? What role do you expect your spouse, children, and other loved ones to play? Can a family member handle the burden of caregiving, such as losing a home, decreased job productivity, and relocation? And what financial resources, such as insurance or savings, are in place or might be put in place to assist you? The time you put into securing your future and addressing the possibility of long-term care today gives you the peace of mind you deserve.
Well, to tell you the truth, my health is worse, a lot worse than my wife's. She is healthy, except for one thing. She's got Alzheimer's disease. If she didn't have Alzheimer's, I'm sure she'd live to be 100. She's a very healthy person. She was never sick. I can't remember when she was ever sick. I took insurance out for both of us because you got a 10% discount. I'm always looking for a discount. When I took the policy out, I never dreamt of anything like this. A person that has homeowners insurance and fire insurance and life insurance, certainly, if you can afford it, look into long-term care insurance. Up to this point, I would guess that they have paid some $200,000 for my wife. That is small potatoes compared to the price that it would cost in a skilled nursing home. The long-term care insurance has given me peace of mind.
Californians need to recognize the skyrocketing costs of long-term care. Today, nursing facilities cost more than $80,000 a year, and those costs are expected to hit $167,000 within 15 years. In-home care is equally as expensive. If you're relying on your health insurance to cover these costs, think again. The level of care long-term care patients need, bathing, dressing, toileting, are not covered under health insurance policies. And Medicare pays for little, if any, long-term care. With good planning and sound decision-making, you and your family don't have to fall victim to these skyrocketing costs. Long-term care insurance is one way Californians are protecting their futures. When you consider a long-term care insurance policy, make sure it includes these important features. Inflation protection to keep up with the rising cost of long-term care. Care coordination and monitoring. Reasonable deductible period to limit out-of-pocket expenses. Adequate daily coverage that will pay the majority of costs at home or in an assisted living facility. Considering a long-term care policy and talking with your family are the best investments you can make for your future.
So my grandmother moved in with us, my mother's, and she lived with us, I think, and finally we had to put her in a rest home because my mother couldn't handle it. But I think that was 5 or 6 years that she lived with us in our house, and my mother took care of her. And shortly after my grandmother passed away, I think my mother was about 40, in her 40s, she had a heart attack. And a lot of that, you don't have 40-year-old people have heart attacks, and I still remember that occurrence. That was bad. So then of course, obviously, she recovered. She's still alive, but it takes its toll on your body. It's a big strain. I think everybody says, "Oh, my investments are going to take care of it." Well, I don't want to use another vehicle that I've set up to do one thing, to do what long-term care insurance can do for me. So I feel very good about my daughter not having to worry about what am I going to do with my mom, or that, geez, I'd really like to, have my mom at home, but I can't afford it. And I don't want her to have to feel like she'd have to forego college. I want that to be an option for her, but I want her to not have to use up anything of her savings or our savings that are set away for retirement. It really releases a lot of burden on yourself. I mean, I feel so much better knowing that I have it now, because then and I don't care that I don't use it. I hope I don't. I mean, that's not the objective of me buying it. I have a lot of self-respect, I have dignity, and I don't want to lose that dignity by not having the right facility for me. So that's why I'm buying it today, so I can have a facility that we can afford.
Protecting your choices, dignity, and future, the California Department of Healthcare Services, through the California Partnership for Long-Term Care, has developed opportunities and alternatives to help you reach your goals. The partnership, working with select private insurance carriers, has designed a high-quality insurance policy that protects your savings and provides you with affordable long-term care options. Only partnership policies have Medi-Cal asset protection. This feature protects a portion of your savings if you use up your policy and must rely on Medi-Cal. No other policy sold in California offers this feature. When planning for your future, consider long-term care insurance. It offers independence, choice, and flexibility. It not only provides the policyholder, but your family with protection as well. Please talk to your family, friends, and trusted professionals about your options and wishes. All of us at the California Department of Healthcare Services are committed to helping you along the way. Thank you.
For free brochures, call the California Partnership for Long-Term Care at 1-800-CARE-445 or contact your partnership-authorized long-term care insurance agent.